Nowadays, it is extremely difficult to imagine one's life without series. After all, this is the kind of art that can give the viewer unforgettable emotions that can bring a smile, laughter, or even tears. And lately, the cinematographers have started to show really worthwhile things that can interest the viewer. Series are getting better and better year after year. And every viewer knows what intrigue is by the end of an episode or season. Sometimes you don't even know what to be more surprised about, the storyline or the frame. No wonder that series like this are considered by many to be a truly unique phenomenon in today's world. The future premiere has a high expectation rating, and the creators have already announced the exact date of the release of the new episode. The display of the episode should be expected on April 6th. Viewers are expecting a rich and informative plot, as well as emotional acting, from the upcoming episode. The authors have established themselves as professionals, judging by their other projects. Therefore, it will not be difficult for them to evoke bright and vivid emotions. And this is exactly what we all want from any series.
Lights dim, popcorn in hand, anticipation building as the opening credits roll. Watching a movie or TV show is a beloved pastime for many, but there are times when it's best to just press stop and move on. How can you tell when a movie or show is just not worth your time? Here are some signs to watch out for. First and foremost, if the plot doesn't grab you within the first 15 minutes, it's probably not going to get any better. We've all been guilty of sticking with a movie or show, hoping it will improve, but more often than not, it just becomes a waste of time. If you're not hooked early on, it's time to switch to something else. If you find yourself checking your phone or getting distracted while watching, it's a sign that the movie or show isn't holding your attention. You may be tempted to multitask, but if you're not fully invested in the story, you'll miss out on key details. Finally, pay attention to the overall tone of the movie or show. If it's too dark, violent, or depressing, it may not be worth your time. You don't want to leave a movie or show feeling worse than when you started. Choosing a movie or TV show can be a daunting task, but by considering your mood, interests, reviews, and recommendations, you can find the perfect pick for your next viewing experience. So why settle for the same old thing when there's a whole world of entertainment out there waiting for you to explore? Imagine sitting in a darkened movie theater, watching the latest blockbuster on the big screen. You're fully immersed in the story, surrounded by the sights and sounds of the movie, feeling like you're right in the middle of the action. Now, take that experience and multiply it by 100. That's the power of virtual reality. Virtual reality technology has already made a significant impact on the entertainment industry. With virtual reality, you can experience games, concerts, and even travel to far-off places without ever leaving your living room. But what about cinema? How can virtual reality change the way we watch movies and TV shows? Virtual reality can offer a fully immersive experience, where you're no longer just watching a movie, you're inside it. With a headset, you can look around the scene, interact with characters, and even explore the environment. Imagine watching a movie where you can turn your head and see the shark or dinosaur swimming right next to you. It's a completely different experience from watching on a flat screen. Secondly, virtual reality can offer a level of interactivity that traditional cinema cannot. You can choose your own path through the story. You could follow one character's journey or explore different parts of the movie's world. This would allow for endless possibilities and a unique experience every time you watch. Finally, virtual reality can offer a new level of creativity for filmmakers. They can create movies specifically designed for virtual reality, where the audience is an active participant in the story. However, there are some challenges that need to be addressed before VR becomes a mainstream technology in cinema. One of the biggest hurdles is the cost. VR headsets can be expensive, and not everyone can afford to invest in the latest technology. Despite these challenges, the potential benefits of VR in cinema are too significant to ignore. Virtual reality has already proven its value in other industries, and it's only a matter of time before it becomes a staple in the world of cinema. In the future, we could see virtual reality cinemas popping up all over the world, offering moviegoers a completely new and exciting way to experience their favorite films. Filmmakers will have the opportunity to create immersive, interactive, and personalized movie experiences that will keep audiences coming back for more. The future of cinema is exciting, and virtual reality is sure to be a big part of it. Making a film is no small feat. From the scriptwriting to the casting, every step requires effort and, of course, money. And as we all know, the bigger the film, the bigger the budget. But with the rise of indie films and the democratization of filmmaking equipment, is it possible to make films cheaper without compromising on quality? Let's take a look at some of the costs that go into making a film. First and foremost, there's the cost of talent. A-list actors and directors don't come cheap, and their salaries can account for a significant portion of the budget. Then there are the production costs, costumes, sets, special effects, and so on. And let's not forget about the marketing costs, which can easily run into the millions of dollars. But perhaps the biggest game changer in making films cheaper has been the rise of digital technology. With the advent of affordable digital cameras and editing software, filmmakers no longer need to rely on expensive film stock or post-production facilities. This has opened up a whole new world of possibilities for independent filmmakers who can now produce high-quality films with relatively low budgets. Of course, there will always be big-budget blockbusters that require millions of dollars to make. But the democratization of filmmaking has given rise to a new generation of filmmakers who are using creativity and resourcefulness to produce films that are just as compelling, if not more so, than their big-budget counterparts. Moreover, making films cheaper doesn't necessarily mean sacrificing artistic vision. In fact, having a limited budget can force filmmakers to be more creative and think outside the box. They can explore unconventional storytelling methods, use practical effects instead of expensive CGI, and rely on sound design to create atmosphere instead of expensive set pieces. This can lead to films that are more original and memorable, as they stand out from the crowd of big-budget blockbusters. Hollywood studios tend to play it safe and stick to tried-and-true formulas, as they are reluctant to invest millions of dollars in untested concepts. But indie filmmakers can afford to take chances and push the boundaries of the medium. This can lead to groundbreaking films that challenge our assumptions and expand our horizons. While actors and actresses may hog the limelight, it's the directors who are the true backbone of any movie. They are the ones who breathe life into a script and translate it into a visual masterpiece that captivates audiences. However, this is not an easy task. Directors face numerous challenges that can make or break their movie. One of the biggest challenges faced by directors is managing the logistics of the shoot. This involves coordinating with numerous departments such as the camera crew, sound department, lighting team, and more. Ensuring that all the equipment is in place and functioning optimally is a daunting task that requires immense attention to detail. Any technical glitch can delay filming, leading to a budget overrun and an overall loss of time and resources. Another challenge faced by directors is managing the actors. While actors are trained professionals, they can be temperamental and unpredictable. Some actors may not show up on time or may not be in the right frame of mind to deliver their lines. In such situations, directors need to be patient and diplomatic, using their people skills to motivate the actors and get them back on track. Another challenge faced by directors is managing the budget. Filmmaking is an expensive endeavor, and directors need to ensure that they stay within budget while still delivering a high-quality film. This requires careful planning and budgeting, keeping a close eye on expenses, and being willing to make tough decisions when necessary. When we think about movie directors, we often imagine them sitting comfortably in their director's chairs, barking out orders to their cast and crew, as they bring their cinematic vision to life. But what we don't often think about is the immense pressure and stress that comes with being a film director. The long hours, the tight deadlines, the constant problem solving, all while trying to maintain a creative vision can take a serious toll on even the most seasoned directors. And when things don't go according to plan, the disappointment and frustration can quickly turn into aggression. They may snap at their cast and crew, lash out at the production team, or even throw objects in a fit of rage. It's not uncommon for directors to become so consumed by their vision that they lose sight of the bigger picture, and their behavior can become erratic and unpredictable. When you see your favorite actors on screen, you may wonder what they do all day on set. You might picture them sipping lattes in their trailers, getting touch-ups from makeup artists, or rehearsing lines with their co-stars. But the truth is, actors are busy creatures, and there's a lot more that goes into making a movie or TV show than meets the eye. First and foremost, actors spend a lot of time preparing for their roles. This means researching the character they'll be playing, studying the script, and getting into the mindset of the person they're portraying. They might meet with the director and other cast members to discuss their characters and the story as a whole, and work with coaches to perfect their accents, physical movements, or other skills that their roles require. Once filming starts, actors are on set for long hours, often arriving before dawn and leaving well after sunset. They might spend hours shooting a single scene, repeating the same lines and movements over and over again until the director is satisfied. In between takes, they might review their lines, grab a snack, or chat with their co-stars to build chemistry and camaraderie. But filming isn't all about the glamorous moments you see on screen. Actors also spend a lot of time waiting. They might wait for the lighting to be set up, the camera to be adjusted, or for other scenes to be filmed before theirs. This downtime can be frustrating, but it's a necessary part of the process. Actors use this time to rest, review their lines, or simply observe what's happening on set. In addition to filming, actors might also spend time promoting their projects. This could involve interviews with journalists, appearances on talk shows, or attending premieres and events to promote their work. These activities can be exhausting, but they're a crucial part of getting the word out about a new movie or TV show. Acting is often considered to be one of the most glamorous professions in the world. From red carpet events to high-budget film sets, actors are constantly in the limelight. However, the art of acting is much more than just putting on a costume and delivering lines. It's about embodying a character, becoming someone entirely different from oneself. The process of transforming into a character can be a daunting task for even the most experienced actors. It requires a deep understanding of the character's personality, motivations, and emotions. The actor must be able to fully immerse themselves in the character's world and portray their thoughts and actions with authenticity. The pressure of performing under tight deadlines and with a team of crew members watching can be overwhelming. The need to deliver a convincing performance every time can take a toll on an actor's mental and physical health. The constant pressure to meet expectations can be exhausting, and many actors struggle to maintain their focus and energy throughout the filming process. Despite these challenges, the rewards of embodying a character can be immense. When an actor successfully transforms into a character, they bring a unique perspective to the role that can captivate audiences and leave a lasting impression. The ability to transport viewers into a different world and evoke strong emotions is what makes acting such a powerful art form. However, the difficulty of transforming into a character can vary depending on the type of role and the actor's experience. For example, some actors may find it easier to transform into a character that shares similar traits or experiences as themselves. Many actors find the process of transforming into a character to be one of the most rewarding aspects of their profession. It allows them to explore different aspects of themselves and to connect with the world around them in a unique way. The process of transformation can also be therapeutic for actors, allowing them to explore complex emotions and experiences that they may not have had the opportunity to otherwise. At the heart of the film industry lies the desire to tell stories that capture the imaginations of audiences around the world. However, with millions of dollars at stake, film companies are also engaged in a cutthroat competition to secure the best talent, the most innovative technology, and the most lucrative distribution deals. So, what do film companies do to get ahead? The answer lies in their approach to storytelling, marketing, and distribution. To stand out in a crowded marketplace, studios need to produce films that capture the imagination of audiences, generate buzz on social media. This means that film companies are constantly investing in new technologies, hiring the best talent, and developing unique concepts that will set them apart from their competitors. From visual effects to sound design, every aspect of filmmaking is scrutinized and optimized to deliver the most immersive and engaging experience possible. But the competition doesn't stop there. Once a film is completed, studios need to figure out how to market it to the masses. This means creating eye-catching trailers, running ad campaigns on social media, and even partnering with brands to promote their films. The competition between film companies is what drives the industry forward. It's what keeps filmmakers on their toes, inspires creativity, and pushes the limits of what is possible. And for moviegoers, it means we get to enjoy an endless stream of amazing films and TV shows that transport us to other worlds. Costumes are an essential aspect of movies and series. They add to the overall visual appeal of the production, and they also help the audience connect with the characters and the story. Costume designers play an important role in the production process. They start their work by researching the time period, setting, and characters to create authentic and believable costumes. They consider the fabrics, colors, and functionality of each costume, taking into account the character's personality and the story's requirements. Costumes can be used to transport the audience to different time periods, and even alternate universes. They can create a sense of nostalgia or fear and can help the audience understand the character's motivations and personality. For example, in a medieval-themed movie, the costumes can help the audience understand the social hierarchy of the time. The royalty would wear elaborate and expensive clothing, while the peasants would wear simple garments. The costumes can also help establish the setting, making it easier for the audience to immerse themselves in the story. In a sci-fi movie, costumes can also be used to represent the futuristic world and culture of the story's setting. The costumes can reflect the advanced technology, alien races, and societal norms of the world the characters inhabit. They can range from sleek, metallic jumpsuits to elaborate, alien-inspired clothing. The futuristic costumes can also help create a sense of awe and wonder, transporting the audience to a world beyond our own. Superhero movie costumes are designed not only to reflect the character's superpowers but also to visually communicate their persona. The costumes can establish the character's identity, values, and motivations. For example, a superhero wearing a dark, brooding costume may signify their serious and focused personality. In contrast, a brightly colored costume may represent a more cheerful and optimistic personality. The design of the costume can also convey the character's cultural background, heritage, or personal preferences. Furthermore, costumes can also be used to create a sense of irony or humor in the story. A character wearing a costume that is unexpected or out of place can add to the comedic effect of a scene. The importance of marketing for movies and TV shows cannot be overstated. It's the glue that holds everything together, the engine that drives revenue, and the magic wand that turns a mediocre film or show into a blockbuster hit. In today's fast-paced world, people are bombarded with an endless stream of content. With so much noise, it's challenging for new productions to stand out and capture people's attention. This is where marketing comes in. The power of a well-executed marketing campaign can make or break a TV show or movie's success. Have you ever watched a show or movie solely because of its well-crafted trailer? Have you ever been so intrigued by a promotional poster that you couldn't resist watching the film? That's the magic of marketing. By building anticipation, marketing can create a sense of urgency, making people feel like they can't miss out on the latest hit. It's like being invited to the coolest party in town. By teasing snippets of information and giving audiences a taste of what's to come, marketing campaigns can build anticipation and get people talking about a production before it even hits the screens. Marketing also plays a crucial role in the distribution of content. Without marketing, a movie or TV show might never make it to your local theater or streaming service. It's the marketing campaigns that convince distributors to take a chance on a project and invest the necessary resources to get it in front of an audience. Another key aspect of TV show and movie marketing is the sale of merchandise related to the project. From action figures to t-shirts, fans love to show off their love for their favorite characters and franchises. Merchandise can be a significant source of revenue for studios and creators. In fact, some franchises like Star Wars and Harry Potter generate more revenue from merchandise sales than from ticket sales. Marketing plays a crucial role in the sale of merchandise. By creating a strong brand and building a loyal following, studios and creators can create a demand for merchandise that fans are eager to buy. One of the most surprising things that we tend to miss is the use of color. Filmmakers use color in various ways to enhance the story's emotion and atmosphere. For example, warm colors like red, orange, and yellow create a sense of warmth and excitement, while cooler tones like blue and green create a calm and serene mood. These colors can be used to signify character traits or even foreshadow events. Also, one of the most surprising things that we tend to miss is the use of foreshadowing. Filmmakers often use subtle hints throughout the movie or TV show to hint at what's to come. This can be done through dialogue, visual cues, or even background details. These hints are often missed on the first viewing but become clear on subsequent viewings. Gone are the days of bulky cameras and expensive film stock. Today's filmmakers have access to high-quality digital cameras, which are lightweight and easy to use. This allows them to capture stunning visuals and tell their stories in ways that were once impossible. But it's not just the technology that's changing. The way we tell stories has also evolved. Today's filmmakers are more diverse than ever before, bringing new perspectives and fresh ideas to the industry. They are telling stories that were once considered taboo and are challenging traditional narratives. Filmmakers from different backgrounds are now being given the opportunity to tell their stories and share their unique perspectives. This has not only led to more diverse and representative content but has also allowed for a deeper understanding and empathy towards different cultures and experiences. The process of making a TV show or movie is incredibly complex and involves many different stages, each of which takes time and expertise to complete. First, let's talk about TV shows. The length of time it takes to make a TV show can vary depending on a variety of factors. Some shows are produced on a weekly basis, with new episodes airing every week during the show's season. Other shows may be produced all at once and then released all at once on a streaming platform like Netflix or Amazon Prime Video. For weekly TV shows, the process typically begins several months before the first episode airs. The writers start by developing the show's concept and writing the script for the pilot episode. Once the pilot is greenlit, the writers will begin working on the rest of the season's episodes. This can take several months, as each episode must be carefully crafted and refined to ensure it fits within the overall story arc of the season. Once the scripts are completed, the show's production team will begin casting actors, scouting locations, and designing sets and costumes. This can take several more months, as every aspect of the show must be carefully planned and executed. The time it takes to make a movie depends on several factors, including the genre, the budget, the script, the crew, and the director's vision. However, on average, it takes about 2 to 3 years to make a movie from conception to release. The first step in making a movie is the scriptwriting process. This process can take anywhere from a few weeks to a few years, depending on the complexity of the story and the number of revisions needed. Once the script is complete, the next step is pre-production, where the crew is hired, the locations are scouted, and the budget is determined. The actual filming process can take anywhere from a few weeks to several months, depending on the size and complexity of the production. During this time, the crew works tirelessly to capture the director's vision on camera. From lighting to sound to special effects, every detail must be perfect to create a seamless cinematic experience. After the filming is complete, the post-production process begins. This includes editing, sound design, and visual effects. Post-production can take anywhere from a few months to a year, depending on the complexity of the film and the amount of special effects needed. Once the post-production process is complete, the movie is ready for release. However, before the public can see it, there are still several steps that need to be taken. These include marketing and promotion, film festivals, and distribution deals. All of these steps can take anywhere from a few months to a year or more. Movies have been a significant part of our culture for over a century, entertaining and transporting us to other worlds and times. However, many people argue that movies used to be better in the past, and it's hard to disagree with them. There's a certain charm and magic in classic movies that modern films seem to lack. One reason for this sentiment is that movies from the past had more depth and substance. Filmmakers used to focus more on storytelling, characters, and themes that resonated with audiences. They didn't rely solely on flashy special effects or big-name actors to sell tickets. Instead, they crafted compelling narratives that captivated viewers and left a lasting impression. Another reason is that the film industry was less commercialized back then. Studios took risks and allowed directors and writers to have more creative freedom, resulting in a diverse array of films with unique perspectives and styles. Nowadays, it seems that everything is formulaic, with studios churning out cookie-cutter movies designed to appeal to the widest possible audience. Furthermore, the technology of the past played a significant role in creating a sense of magic and wonder. Back then, filmmakers had to rely on practical effects and practical stunts, which required ingenuity and creativity to pull off. Nostalgia may also be a factor in why people say that movies used to be better. Classic movies evoke a sense of nostalgia for a time when life was simpler, and the world seemed more magical. We remember the movies of our childhood with fondness and view them through rose-colored glasses, making them seem better than they actually were. While modern films have their merits, it's hard to argue that they capture the same magic and charm as the movies of the past. Acting is an art form that has fascinated audiences for centuries. From the ancient Greek tragedies to modern-day cinema, the ability to portray emotions and characters on stage or screen has always been highly valued. However, not everyone is blessed with the natural talent for acting, and many may wonder why this is the case. At its core, acting requires a combination of innate abilities and learned skills. The most fundamental aspect of acting is the ability to convincingly express emotions through facial expressions, body language, and voice modulation. Some people are naturally gifted in this area, possessing a range of facial expressions and gestures that can convey a wide variety of emotions. Others may need to work hard to develop these skills through practice and training. In addition to emotional expression, acting also requires the ability to understand and embody characters. This means being able to immerse oneself in a fictional world and convincingly portray a character's thoughts, feelings, and motivations. This requires a high level of empathy and imagination, which not everyone possesses in equal measure. But talent alone is not enough to make a successful actor. It also requires dedication, hard work, and a willingness to learn and grow. Acting involves a range of skills, from script analysis and character development to vocal training and physical movement. It requires hours of practice and rehearsal, often with little recognition or reward. Only those who are truly passionate about the craft can persevere through the challenges and setbacks. Whether on stage or screen, acting allows individuals to explore their creativity, express their emotions, and connect with audiences in a powerful and meaningful way. Furthermore, it's important to recognize that acting talent can come in many different forms. While some actors may excel at dramatic or emotional roles, others may shine in comedic or physical performances. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to acting, and different roles require different skills and talents. Therefore, while some people may not have the natural ability to excel in certain types of roles, they may have other talents that make them perfectly suited for other types of performances. One often overlooked aspect of the production is sound recording, which plays a critical role in the final product. Capturing sound during filming is a delicate art that requires a skilled team of professionals. From the assistant operator who holds a microphone on a long pole to capture dialogue, to the sound mixer who balances the levels of different audio tracks, every member of the sound crew plays an important role. But capturing sound isn't always easy. Ambient noise, like the hum of an air conditioner or the whir of a passing plane, can interfere with dialogue. Actors who move around on set can create unwanted sounds that distract from the scene. And outdoor shoots can be particularly challenging, as wind, rain, and other elements can wreak havoc on audio quality. Despite these challenges, sound recording is an essential component of filmmaking. And thanks to advancements in technology, the process has become more precise and nuanced than ever before. From advanced microphones to sophisticated software, sound professionals have an array of tools at their disposal to capture the perfect audio. Indeed, sound recording is often an underappreciated aspect of filmmaking, but without it, the final product would be incomplete. The audio elements of a production can make or break a scene, with poorly recorded or mixed audio drawing the viewer out of the story and detracting from the overall experience. In addition to its importance in film and TV, sound recording also plays a crucial role in other forms of media, such as podcasts, video games, and virtual reality experiences. Each medium presents its own unique challenges, but the principles of sound recording remain the same, capturing and manipulating audio to create an immersive and engaging experience for the audience. Sound recording is not just a technical process, it is an art form that requires creativity, intuition, and a deep understanding of the emotional impact of sound. From the subtle rustling of leaves to the thunderous roar of an explosion, every sound has the power to evoke a particular emotion and enhance the story being told on screen. In a world where technology is constantly advancing, sound professionals must continue to adapt and innovate to keep up with the ever-changing demands of the industry. Their artistry and expertise may go unnoticed, but their contribution to the final product is immeasurable. When it comes to filming a movie or TV show, everything is planned out down to the smallest detail. Scripts are written and rehearsed, sets are designed and constructed, and actors are cast and costumed. However, even with all this planning, there is always room for improvisation. In fact, some of the most iconic moments in film and television history were the result of improvisation. The art of improvisation is a powerful tool in the hands of a skilled actor. But what exactly is improvisation, and how does it work on a film set? At its core, Improvisation is the act of spontaneously creating something in the moment, without prior planning or preparation. In the context of acting, this might involve coming up with a new line of dialogue on the spot, reacting in an unexpected way to a scene partner, or even improvising an entire scene from scratch. Despite the challenges, many actors embrace the opportunity to improvise on set. For some, improvisation is a way to inject spontaneity and energy into their performances, while for others, it's a chance to push themselves creatively and take risks. The beauty of improvisation is that it can take many forms. Sometimes, it's a simple ad-libbed line that adds a touch of humor or pathos to a scene. Other times, it's an entirely new scene that arises from a moment of inspiration on set. And then there are those moments of pure chaos, when an actor goes off script, and everyone else has to scramble to keep up. But no matter what form it takes, improvisation is always thrilling to watch. It's a chance to see actors at their most creative and daring, pushing the boundaries of what's possible on screen. Of course, not all directors are fans of improvisation. Some prefer to stick to the script, fearing that too much improvisation will throw off the pacing or tone of a scene. Others welcome it with open arms, knowing that the best moments in film and television often happen when actors are given the freedom to play. Writing scripts for movies and TV series is a lot of work. When you watch a great movie or binge a captivating TV series, you're not just seeing the finished product. You're seeing the result of countless hours of hard work by screenwriters, who must create an engaging story, develop compelling characters, and craft realistic dialogue that not only drives the plot but also captures the attention of viewers. It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and creativity to create a compelling story that will capture the audience's attention and keep them engaged from start to finish. The job of a screenwriter is not just about putting words on paper. It's about crafting a narrative that will come to life on the big screen or in the living room. Screenwriting is an art form that requires a deep understanding of the medium. Unlike novels, screenplays must tell a story visually, using dialogue and action to convey meaning and emotion. Screenwriters must also keep in mind the time constraints of the medium, as most movies and TV episodes have a runtime of less than 2 hours or less than an hour, respectively. Of course, the writing process itself is only one part of the equation. Once a script is written, it must go through numerous rounds of revisions and edits, with feedback from producers, directors, and actors. And even after a script is finalized, it may undergo further changes during filming, with dialogue and scenes being rewritten on the fly. Another key aspect of screenwriting is mastering the art of dialogue. Screenwriters must be able to write dialogue that feels natural and realistic, while also serving to move the plot forward and reveal character traits. They must also be able to write memorable one-liners and quips that audiences will remember long after the credits roll. One of the biggest challenges of writing scripts is creating compelling characters. Whether it's a flawed hero, a charming villain, or a quirky sidekick, each character must be fully realized with their own backstory, motivations, and personality traits. Finally, writers must also be mindful of the production and budgetary constraints of their script. Writing an action-packed, globe-trotting adventure may sound exciting, but if the budget doesn't allow for exotic locations and expensive stunts, the script will never make it to the big screen. Writers must be creative and find ways to tell their story within the limitations of the production budget. From coming up with a unique idea to crafting well-rounded characters, engaging dialogue, and an enthralling plot, there are many unobvious difficulties that writers must overcome. But with dedication, hard work, and a little bit of luck, anyone can write a script that captivates audiences and stands the test of time. Movies and TV shows have always been a powerful medium of storytelling and entertainment. But beyond their primary purpose, they also have the power to influence the behavior, opinions, and lifestyles of viewers in different parts of the world. From shaping political views to setting fashion trends, media has the ability to impact our lives in a myriad of ways. One of the most significant ways in which movies and TV shows influence viewers is by creating cultural icons and heroes. These characters become role models for viewers, shaping their values and attitudes towards different aspects of life. Another way in which media influences viewers is by shaping their perception of the world. News and current affairs programs have the power to sway public opinion on various issues, from political ideologies to social movements. Similarly, fictional movies and TV shows can also create stereotypes and prejudices that can influence the way viewers perceive different cultures and races. The impact of cultural icons and heroes extends beyond entertainment and can have real-world consequences. For instance, the representation of different cultures, races, and genders on screen can influence societal attitudes towards these groups. Positive representation can challenge stereotypes and promote empathy, while negative representation can perpetuate harmful biases and discrimination. Furthermore, cultural icons and heroes can also influence consumer behavior, particularly in the fashion and beauty industry. For instance, the popularity of a particular hairstyle, clothing item, or makeup trend on screen can lead to an increase in sales of these products. Similarly, the portrayal of certain lifestyles and values on screen can shape consumer choices, such as the decision to adopt a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle. In every great film or television series, there is always a cast of characters that we root for, admire, and identify with. But what about the characters that we hate? These are the negative characters, and they play an essential role in captivating audiences and keeping them on the edge of their seats. Negative characters are the antithesis of the hero. They are often the ones that create the tension and conflict in the story, whether it's through their scheming and manipulation, their aggression, or their twisted worldviews. And yet, we can't help but be fascinated by them. Perhaps it's because they represent a dark side of human nature that we are all capable of but rarely acknowledge. Or maybe it's simply the thrill of watching someone who operates outside of societal norms and rules. Regardless of the reason, negative characters have become an essential part of storytelling. What makes a great negative character? It's not just about being evil. The best negative characters are those that have depth and complexity, who we can understand on some level even if we don't agree with their actions. They have a backstory that explains their motivations, and their actions are often driven by a sense of desperation, pain, or trauma. They are fully fleshed out characters, not just cardboard cutouts designed to be booed at. Negative characters also provide an opportunity for actors to showcase their range and talent. Playing a villain or anti-hero allows actors to explore darker emotions and motivations that they might not get to explore in more traditional heroic roles. Playing a negative character can be a double-edged sword for actors. On one hand, it can be a great opportunity to showcase their range and talent, as well as to connect with audiences in a new and exciting way. On the other hand, it can also be difficult to shake off the negative associations that come with playing a villain or anti-hero. This phenomenon can be both a blessing and a curse for actors. On the one hand, it can help to establish their legacy and cement their place in popular culture. On the other hand, it can also limit their opportunities and make it difficult for them to be taken seriously in other roles. That's why it's so important for actors to carefully consider the types of roles they take on and to make sure they have a diverse range of characters in their portfolio. Ultimately, though, it's the mark of a truly great actor to be able to transcend their negative characters and create new and memorable performances that stand on their own. Just because an actor is associated with a particular role doesn't mean they can't break out of that mold and surprise audiences with something completely different. That's what makes the world of film and television so exciting and unpredictable. Despite the countless studies, surveys, and algorithms used to analyze consumer behavior, predicting success in the entertainment industry is a notoriously tricky business. But here's the good news: we can make educated guesses based on certain factors that have historically been linked to success. For instance, big-name actors or directors attached to a project often draw attention and excitement from audiences. A strong marketing campaign can also generate buzz and anticipation. Another factor is the genre of the production. Certain genres like action, comedy, and drama have broad appeal and tend to perform well. However, even within these genres, there can be variations in success. For example, a romantic comedy might be a hit while an action comedy might fall flat. It's also worth considering the current cultural climate. Productions that touch on relevant social or political issues often generate conversation and interest. Of course, there are exceptions to every rule. Some productions with big names, huge marketing campaigns, and popular genres still flop at the box office or fail to capture audiences' attention. And sometimes, a production with no big names, little marketing, and a niche genre can become a surprise hit. However, It's worth noting that the rise of streaming services has added a new layer of complexity to predicting success. These services rely on data-driven insights to make decisions about what content to produce or acquire. By analyzing viewership data and user behavior, they can identify patterns and trends that may indicate what audiences are interested in. When we watch a movie or TV show, we are transported into another world, captivated by the story unfolding before us. But have you ever wondered how many takes it takes to make a scene just right? The answer may surprise you. Filmmaking is a complex process that involves a team of professionals working together to bring a story to life. From the director to the actors to the crew, everyone plays a vital role in making sure that every shot is perfect. And sometimes, that means taking multiple takes. The number of takes required for a scene can vary depending on a variety of factors. For example, if the scene involves complicated choreography or stunts, it may require more takes to ensure that everyone is safe and the action looks realistic. Similarly, if the scene requires a lot of emotional depth from the actors, they may need to do multiple takes to get into the right headspace and deliver the performance that the director is looking for. But even seemingly simple scenes can require multiple takes. For instance, a scene that involves two characters sitting at a table having a conversation may seem straightforward, but there are many variables to consider. Is the lighting just right? Are the actors delivering their lines with the right tone and emotion? Is the camera angle capturing the right moments? All of these factors can impact how many takes are needed to get the perfect shot. And while some scenes may only require a handful of takes, others can require dozens or even hundreds. It all depends on the director's vision for the scene and the level of perfection that they are striving for. Movies and TV shows have the power to captivate us, to transport us to different worlds and immerse us in stories that we might never have otherwise experienced. Yet, as we all know, not all movies and TV shows are created equal. Some leave us feeling bored and uninterested, wondering why we wasted our time in the first place. So why do some movies and TV shows fall short in capturing our attention? The answer lies in the complex mix of factors that go into creating a truly captivating story. One of the main reasons why some movies and TV shows are boring is simply that they fail to engage us emotionally. A great story needs to have characters that we care about, with motivations that we understand and can relate to. Without this emotional connection, we simply don't care about what happens next. It's like watching a sports game between two teams you don't care about. There's no investment, no reason to keep watching. Another reason why some movies and TV shows fail to capture our attention is that they lack a sense of urgency or tension. A great story needs to have stakes, something that the characters stand to gain or lose. Without this sense of tension, there's no reason to keep watching. It's like watching a movie where you already know the ending, there's no surprise, no anticipation. But perhaps the most important factor in whether a movie or TV show is boring or not is pacing. A great story needs to be well-paced, with a steady rhythm that keeps us engaged and interested. If a story moves too slowly, we get bored. If it moves too quickly, we don't have time to process what's happening and become overwhelmed. Pacing is a delicate balance, and it's one that many movies and TV shows fail to get right. Of course, there are many other factors that can contribute to a movie or TV show being boring: poor writing, bad acting, uninteresting cinematography, and so on. But at the end of the day, it's the emotional connection, the sense of urgency, and the pacing that make or break a story. Are credits necessary if no one is reading them? After all, why spend precious time and money on something that nobody will ever see or appreciate? It's a valid concern, but the answer is not as straightforward as you might think. Credits are an integral part of any film or television show. They serve as a way to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the hundreds of people who contributed to the project. From the director and actors to the camera crew and sound technicians, every person plays a vital role in bringing a story to life. Credits allow us to recognize and appreciate the effort that goes into making our favorite movies and shows. But what if no one is reading them? Does that mean they're not necessary? Not necessarily. Just because people aren't actively seeking out the credits doesn't mean they're not important. Think about it. When was the last time you watched a movie and immediately turned it off as soon as the credits started rolling? Chances are, you probably let them play out in the background while you checked your phone or cleaned up the living room. The credits may not have been the main attraction, but they were still there, silently doing their job. Furthermore, credits serve a practical purpose beyond just recognition. They are often used as a way to document the legal and financial aspects of a production. Contracts, licensing agreements, and copyright notices are often included in the credits, making them an essential part of the legal record of a project. Without them, there could be serious legal and financial consequences. Credits can also be a way to honor the legacy of those who have passed away. Many films and TV shows include, in memoriam, segments in the credits to pay tribute to actors or crew members who have passed away. These segments serve as a touching reminder of the impact these individuals had on the project and the industry as a whole. In conclusion, while it may seem like credits are unnecessary if no one is reading them, they are actually an integral part of the film and television industry. They serve practical, symbolic, and networking purposes, and they acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the hundreds of people who contribute to each project.